Good morning, students. In this module, we will learn about the other important terms used in topography or in a topographical map. Like we learn about the different landforms shown in a topographical map, the important terms related to river, transport, network and communication. Similarly, there are other miscellaneous terms that are often used in a topographical map, and the knowledge of these terms are very necessary. So let's begin. The first one is dam. So a dam is a man-made structure which is made up of concrete, and it is built across a river to control flood and to provide water for irrigation. And in a topographical map, you will see it in this way. This is the symbol for a dam. You will also find aqueduct. It is an artificial channel used for carrying water. On the map, it is shown with the word. The word is actually mentioned, that is aqueduct. And it is a channel built on a raised masonry, which is made up of concrete and stones, or a bridge carrying a canal to discharge water from one side to another. So on a bridge, a canal will be constructed. It will be made of masonry, that is concrete, and it will be used to carry water. So the main purpose of an aqueduct is to carry water, and it will be shown like this, and the word aqueduct will be mentioned in the topographical map. Salt pan. So areas of excessive evaporation where the salt is visible on the surface. So salt reaches the surface due to the excessive rate of evaporation, and it is shown in this way, or this is the symbol of a salt pan in a topographical sheet. Next in the list is waterfall. So waterfall is formed when water falls from a great height. It indicates a waterfall. Its depth is indicated in meters next to it. Like in a topographical map, waterfall will be indicated by this word called falls, and suppose its depth is 25 meters or 25 r, that is relative depth, will be mentioned next to the word fall. So you can see this water falling from a great height is a rock, and the word fall is mentioned with its height or depth. Now the next is spring. We see this symbol, that is a symbol used for spring. Spring is formed when underground water that gets heated after coming in contact with volcanic material, and when this heated water comes out to the surface through a natural opening, that is known as a spring. Next in the list is stony waste. So stony waste refers to the barren land covered with stones, and it is indicated like this in a topographical map, and stony waste is mentioned next to it. There are also sheet rocks found. So these are exposed bedrock, especially sedimentary rocks. They are well polished by the agents of erosion. So they have been exposed to the surface, so they have been eroded and well polished by the agents of erosion. And it is mentioned in this way in a topographical map. Apart from stony waste and sheet rock, there are also sand dunes. So sand dunes are actually heaps of sand in desert, and they are shown like this. There are brown dots all over the area indicating sand features, especially sand dunes. In this extract, we can see stony waste. Here also the stony waste is there. So these are the areas where stones, it's a barren land which is covered with stones. Here we can see the sheet rock. This is the area which is exposed and has been polished by different agents of erosion, especially wind. The sand features, especially sand dunes, can be clearly seen in this part of the extract. As you can see in this extract, a large portion has been occupied by the agent of erosion, that is wind. Wind has restructured this area. It has deposited sand all over, and sand features are very prominent in this part of the extract. The other features are stone quarry, a place where rock is cut into pieces or stones are broken for construction purposes. So even stone quarries it is actually mentioned in the topographical map. And in this place, the rocks are cut into pieces and stones are broken for construction purpose. Now, brick nil and lime nil, they are actually big ovens where either brick is baked or limestone is baked. So, these are shown with circles, black circles, and next to it brick nil and lime nil is mentioned. Apart from this, we also see rock outcrop. So it is an exposed part of a bedrock that has not been affected much by the agents of weathering and erosion, and it is an area of open scrub with scanty vegetation. So students, let's see it in the map. So this is an area, this region is actually rock outcrop, because you can see it's white, so definitely barren, but scanty, the vegetation is very scanty, and here the rocks, the bedrocks are not completely weathered. They are exposed to the surface but not completely weathered. Part of it is still popping out on the surface. So this is known as rock outcrop. Fireline. So it is a space of about 5 meters between two forest areas. It is basically drawn to prevent the spread of fire from one forest to another. So in a topographical map, it is shown with a broken line and the fire line word is mentioned. So this is how fire line is mentioned, or it is shown in a topographical map. The dotted black line is actually the line between two forested area, and the word is mentioned here. In a topographical map, permanent huts or houses are mentioned or are shown in the form of boxes, red boxes, and the temporary huts are shown in the form of only red outlines and the boxes not filled with color. We can also see gravel waste. These are barren land covered with gravel, and the symbol is like this, and gravel waste is mentioned next to it. We even find gravelled word written on the map. It indicates an unmetalled road made with stones and gravels. So this is the unmetalled road which is made with gravels and stones. Apart from this, there are terms you need to know are shelving. It is a term used for a river bank which has gradual slopes. Piao is a word used for the provision that for drinking water from the pitcher which is arranged in a desert area, and even you will find words like gudda. Gudda means a tableland or a plateau. If we look for more terms, there are terms like telegraph office. It is stated or shown with the capital letter T and O. Post and Telegraph Office is shown with PTO. Police Station is mentioned as PS, and Circuit House with CH. Duck Bungalow is shown with the letters DB, whereas Inspection Bungalow is shown with the letter IB. Apart from these cultural features, there are other features like a depression in a topographical map. It is shown by this symbol. This is a depression or a hollow which is formed naturally by the erosive action of wind. Wind has carried the sand and removed the sand from a particular region, leaving a hollow or a depression, especially in desert areas. So that is mentioned in this way. Apart from all this, you will find in a topographical map often written over a cart track, motorable in dry season. So the cart track is motorable means only the motor vehicles can move over it in the dry season. This indicates seasonal rainfall in that region. This means when there is a rainfall in a particular season, that particular cart track mode of transportation is not fit for motor vehicles, whereas in the dry season when there is no rainfall, it is fit for the vehicles to move over it. So these are the terms which we find in our topographical sheet. They are very important for you to learn, so that when you interpret a topographical sheet, it becomes very convenient. So that's all in this module, students. Thank you.